can do it.
You can do it all night long. Character was in everything. It's like Jason Statham in.
That was what's his face? Rob Schneider, right?
Yeah, that's Rob Schneider. That's the Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo guy. Jason Statham's character in The Transporter was in that Tom Cruise movie, Collateral. Yeah, Collateral.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Tom Cruise was a hitman. He hires this taxi driver by Jamie Foxx, but in the beginning of the movie, Jason Statham like hands Tom Cruise a package, and it is confirmed that like that's the character from The Transporter.
I did
to Tom Cruise.
I did see that movie. You know, I don't like Jamie Foxx as an actor, aside from his comic relief in Stealth.
In what?
Stealth. It was all about the AI stealth bomber.
The AI stealth. I liked that movie. I also liked Jamie Foxx, Law Abiding Citizen.
No, you shut your whore mouth right now.
What? You didn't like Law Abiding Citizen?
No, I loved that movie, but the fact that this trash lawyer outsmarted a dude that was able to infiltrate Al-Qaeda with a necktie. No. That movie would have been perfect if Gerard Butler, if the bad guy had won, that movie would have been phenomenal. I think that Jamie Foxx having to play the hero at the end, no, I was not a fan of it at all whatsoever. Another thing that I'm really not a fan of is all of these random prequels that are coming out. Well, apparently that dude is making a name for himself, this Noah Centineo. He's gonna, I guess, be Rambo in a pre-sequel. He's gonna be Ken Masters in the new Street Fighter movie. He was Atom Smasher in Black Adam.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let you announce what he's going to be in, because I know you're excited about this one.
Stupid excited about this one. So Deadline announced that Netflix made a deal to release a live-action Gundam movie. So Noah here, he will be co-starring with Sydney Sweeney, Miss Jeans herself.
I am surprised that anyone is even touching her with any roles or anything right now, just because of the amount of like blowback and everything that they got. Just like they're not touching that. We've already talked about this, and I've already forgotten that chick's name from Snow White.
Oh, Rachel Ziegler.
Yeah, like no one's going to touch her in the film industry because of all of the stuff. She tanked her own movie. Like, how do you go from whatever? People are dumb.
You would think that they would stop casting Jared Leto and everything with all his allegations going on.
At least Jared Leto has something to fall back on. Rachel Ziegler had nothing, right?
I don't think she did, honestly. Sydney Sweeney, Handmaid's Tales was one of the shows she was on, and Euphoria, I believe. I don't know too many of the movies. I don't follow Sydney Sweeney. I'm excited for this Gundam movie. The cool thing about it is people are kind of like, well, how are they going to do it? And like, if you kind of think about it, they did give us a little cameo in Ready Player One, where one of the characters used an item and got to be the Gundam, which the fans call Gramps, but the actual name of them, RX-78-2. Honestly, I'm going to do a little show and tell because of how excited I am. I have here what he's supposed to look like. This is the perfect grade Unleashed Gundam, RX-78-2, codename Gramps. Took me about a month to do. He used to light up, but the batteries are dead on it. Got to make the skeleton and everything. He has a bunch of gimmicks where like all this stuff opens up.
That sounds like a horrible idea, to build a model with moving parts.
If I get bored with Lego, I'll work on a Gundam model for a little bit, and they're fun to do. So they come in different sizes. You got one that's like, this is the 1/144 scales. This is a real grade, and he's a little guy. He's tiny. And they grow up to be the 1/100 scale master grades. This is Barbatos, so slightly bigger. And then you got the 160 scale. Like, this guy's dope. I love him. The next one I'm working on is Heavy Arms.
You're obsessed with your toy.
I am. It's hard to see, but in my display case, I actually am working on the Gundam Wing characters from the TV show. So the next one I'm working on is Heavy Arms. So they come in like a box like this and everything. So you get the cool little box. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother showing the instructions, but to do the model kits, they come on runners and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put all the lining details on the parts while they're here. I'll cut them, sand them, file them. That could take me a couple of days.
Wait, hold on. Did that say Bondu? Is that who make
Bandai.
Bandai? Oh, okay.
Bandai.
Bandai. All right. I was about to say, did your Gundams have AI? Because,
Oh God, I hope not.
dude, did you see what happened with Bondo and their data leaks?
I've heard some pretty uncomfortable things about that.
So Wired investigated this toy, and this toy is supposed to be made for children, and it's supposed to be like an AI companion where the conversations, I guess, get uploaded and either the parents can listen to them or they're saved to the cloud for marketing. Basically, all those conversations was leaked. And I don't mean leaked as in someone like hacked into it with like a supercomputer. Apparently, it was so incredibly easy to hack into their system. Quote, the management portal almost completely was left wide open. I don't know if I already said it or not because I'm kind of getting into this whole thing. But apparently just having a standard Gmail account, you were able to log into the company's console and see everything. And when I mean everything, I mean there was like 50,000 chat logs between children and their AI imaginary friends. I don't know if you ever had an imaginary friend. I didn't. But they tell them everything. So they would know the name of the child, family members' names, pet names, birth dates, some of their child's like deepest secrets, their favorite snacks, their daily habits. One researcher
dream right there, bro. Like, that's gonna.
That is a direct quote from one of the researchers saying that is a kidnapper's dream and could be used for horrific manipulation.
Because if you already got that information, you'd be like, "Hey, kid, you want candy? No. Let's look up at what Bondu said. Do you want a Gundam RX-78-2 Gundam model here? I got one for you in the van. Let's go."
That's only you. For me, it would have been puppies. Do you remember when we were in school and they were showing us those "Don't Talk to Strangers" thing where you're not supposed to wear your name on your t-shirt because they would know your name? Just, it's so much worse than that. Apparently, Bondu fixed the glitch within a couple of hours.
But it's the internet. It doesn't matter. Once it's out, it's out.
Right. And claims, I'm using air quotes here because this is the company doing its own claim, there was no evidence that anyone else had access to the data.
And I thought the Teddy Ruxpin was creepy as hell. And now you're telling me this? Oh, thank you.
This is, we would have fallen for this, okay? Because we told Furbies everything. Granted, again, I never owned a Furby. I never owned a Tickle Me Elmo.
All day, I taught on her. That's what the Furby said.
The incident has already caught the attention on Capitol Hill. U.S. Senator Maggie Hassan has demanded answers from the company, calling the security practices devastating.
100%. She ain't wrong.
I don't give Congress credit very often because, let's be honest, it's politics. And we don't talk politics on here, except for today. Today, we're getting political today. Because I'm going to give them credit, again, where credit is due.
Like that Newsom thing. We gave Newsom credit.
And you know what? They're few and far between. But the fact that there are not less commercials, but the volume of those things, fine, cool. That's what we're talking about, guys. We're not giving them credit for anything else. It's literally one single. You really need to like preface things so we don't have to like retcon and go back.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because guys, if you actually want to know what we're talking about, I think it was like episode 6. Could be wrong. You might have to just watch the whole playlist. It's one of those episodes we go deep. I don't even think I was part of it at that time. I think it was you and Darren.
It might have been. But the Library of Congress is permanently preserving movies, 25 movies at a time. And since 1988. Okay. The National Film Registry, or NFR, was founded in 1988, and it is a selection progress that the Library of Congress goes through and names 25 films to add to the registry.
That's cool.
Now, there is very specific criteria that the films have to meet. It has to at least be 10 years old. Basically, it just has to have some kind of significance.
Looking at the list, there's quite a few I actually enjoy. So it looks like we're getting The Thing, not the one they did with Ramona Flowers, but the 1982 one with Kurt Russell and Keith Davids. Classic. I love that movie. Okay. The 1984 Karate Kid, so not the Jackie Chan one. Ooh, but Clueless. That was like my grandmother's like favorite movie.
The Truman Show, that one, I liked the movie, but that was a mind F.
I feel like because of like the topics that went into is why that one probably got nominated. Mm-hmm. where Jim Carrey was able to do like his comedy, but he was able to kind of do more of a serious role with that one too. So, The
Yeah, but
Incredibles.
great movie. Do you want to feel old?
Yeah.
The Incredibles came out 22 years ago.
Oh,
That was Inception.
2004.
Inception. Let's just which another great movie. I actually can name an actor from that movie, believe it or not. Gordon-Levitt. I can actually
Joseph
name
Gordon-Levitt's
Yes, I can
Third Rock
actually
from the Sun.
yeah, I didn't know that one. But I could definitely
Who's
name.
Tommy?
And then the Grand Budapest Hotel. I never saw that movie.
I love that movie. It's funny. It's a Wes Anderson film, but like just the beginning of that movie always cracks me up. There's like a grandfather just trying to tell a story, and like, there's just a kid being rambunctious in the beginning. You just the random yelling at him, but it was a fun movie. Can't think of the cast off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Bill Murray's in it because it's a Wes Anderson film. So if you've seen anything like Fantastic Mr. Fox or the Island of Dogs, Wes Anderson, he's good. But Grand Budapest, I recommend it. So I can see that one's getting in. I mean, that one barely just hit the 10-year mark if they're basing it off that. That was like, what, 2014, I think?
Yep. So if you guys want to see the full list, it is at loc.gov. You'll have to go over to the left side, but you can see the entire list for this year and then all years that it's done this whole thing, which some of the movies on that list, kind of surprising. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the ones that you guys would know is The Wizard of Oz, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, Singing in the Rain, Star Wars, and Gone with the Wind. You can kind of see where they set the bar. I would say that this list, maybe not Clueless. I don't think Clueless really lives up to
It's a
that.
good one. I like Clueless. That was like my grandmother's favorite movie. I love Clueless.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad movie. And I do think that everyone has seen it. It's just, I mean, is Mean Girls on the list? Because I feel like Mean Girls should have been on there before Clueless. Just because
it's already on the list.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to go look this up now. Nope. As of right now, it is not on the list.
There was a dumb horror movie Mrs. Battlevest and I watched. It was called Slaughterhouse. And at the very end of the movie, all the college kids, they make like this foundation, and the anagram of it is fetch. So in theory, this film made fetch a thing. I feel like I could overwatch those movies so many times.
I was about to say, so Overwatch is dropping the 2 from its name.
Reminds me the joke with WWE where they were like, get the F out because they lost that lawsuit. So they had to change to WWE. But I feel like it was just like a couple of nights ago. I was asking, like, why did they call this Overwatch 2? All the characters are there. All the skins that you earned are there. What's the point?
Okay, so originally the point of it was that there was supposed to be this massive PvE section of the game that was supposed to launch. And it was supposed to be kind of like a roguelite where you level up your characters, you get other abilities, and they just scrapped the whole thing.
Aw, that would have been a lot of fun, honestly.
Ever since then, the entire community has been like, what is the point of Overwatch 2 if it's just Overwatch? And the game went through this really bad downturn when they got rid of the 6v6 and went to a 5v5 format, because players like myself, the actual role that I played in the game was just gone. So there isn't, I understand that there is, support, DPS,
damage,
tank. But in the tank roles, there were 2 tank roles. There was main tank and off tank. Certain tanks just were not built to sit in the front line and do stuff. Like Roadhog had to be buffed tremendously in order to make him a solo tank. He didn't have a shield. Yes, he had a heal, but that was it. Like the enemy team could just sit there and just farm their ult on you because you're one of the largest bodies in the game without a shield, before Mauga, which is the one that you like playing now, which is Overwatch Maui.
Is that Maui?
That's Maui.
Overwatch Maui is my favorite. The 2 guns. He's got the 2 guns. Overwatch Maui. Him and Osiris, or is that it? Osiris? Orisa. Him and Orisa are my favorite so far. I've been enjoying them a lot.
So they
I do want to branch out.
So they did revamp a lot of the characters. Orisa was completely redone. Sombra was completely redone. Some of the characters were just done over, where like almost nothing from their original kit was still there. Orisa, I feel, was one of the biggest changes in her entire kit. I believe the only ability that stayed the same was her turning gold, which just, I believe, makes it to where she can't be crit or takes reduced damage. They replaced her shield with a spinning javelin They replaced the big pull that she used to do with a javelin throw. It just, the entire kit on this thing completely changed. Even the way she fires her weapon changed, where it used to be that you would fire and then you could run out of bullets or whatever it was. Now it's an overheat mechanic.
I saw that. Okay.
Again, Doomfist is another one that they completely changed. He was a DPS role, and now he's a tank role. And apparently now he's dead.
Right. And so, like, I'm wondering if that's going to start affecting down the road. Like, are they going to remove him from the roster, or just the lore of it? He's dead.
I have no idea. I just
They don't remove him.
He's not as fun or anything as he used to be. So a few months ago, they had a thing called Classic Overwatch, which every week or so, they showed like a different iteration of what Overwatch used to be, from the very first iteration all the way up to the final one right before Overwatch 2 came out. And Doomfist was a DPS in that. Holy crap, is he overpowered with his movement and the amount of damage that he can do. It's nuts. But anyway, I guess they're going to get 10 new characters.
Okay.
Domina, I think that's how you pronounce it. Domina.
We'll find out when the announcer tells us.
But they already did the announcement for it. For Domina, she's a tank. She apparently has this wall you put up where the enemy team can break out just pieces of the wall. She has a long distance beam that the longer and the better you can track on it, the better the final hit on it is. She has a knockback. Sounds like it's going to be super overpowered. I don't know. I kind of feel like every character that they come out with is this horribly overpowered character with power creep, and then they have to reel it back in some. I don't know.
Yeah, I got the 2 DPS characters, Anran and Emery. 2 support characters. One of them I'm really looking forward to. There's Mizuki, and I don't know if this is just, they're going to just keep this name, but Jetpack Cat. That's going to be my main. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know, man. I wanted Overwatch to be good for so long. Like, I used to play it competitively. I used to be on an Overwatch team with like a coach and all that other stuff, and it was great, and we entered tournaments. But once it went to Overwatch 2, I boycotted it. I just did not understand why because I bought 2 copies of the game already, and then went free to play. And I get that everyone wants this whole free to play thing now. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. The way that they unlocked characters where you had to either buy the battle pass or you had to play like 20 to 40 hours in order to unlock the newest character. So basically the new character was a pay to win for the first like 3 or 4 weeks. They have changed that since to where all characters are now instantly unlocked. And I never had to worry about it because I had purchased the game initially. I didn't agree with it. So like I said, I just straight up boycotted it. Fun story about why I started playing it again. A friend of mine's mom ended up passing away. She had been battling health issues for years. You know, that whole, friend thing. Hey, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. And he's like, yeah, you can come play Overwatch with me. This motherfucker used the dead mom to get me to play Overwatch. That's low.
Fun with it. It's low, but
they've changed it though. They brought back 6v6. They brought back the open queue. Granted, it's 2 tank limit, but whatever. They've done the changes that I said they needed to do for me to come back to the game. I don't want it to be pay to win. I want it to be somewhat balanced. I want to be able to enjoy it without having to buy the battle pass.
Right.
I've spent enough money on this game. I shouldn't have to spend more to stay relevant.
Like, if you want to buy skins and everything, I get it. That's fine. Making a shooter game where you have to pay for the characters, like, I feel that's what killed the Gundam Evolution hero shooter. You couldn't just have them.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
It was fun.
Was it?
It was really fun. Yeah, I loved it.
Speaking with getting with the times, Mexico's Walmart is doing some cool stuff. They are using Fortnite to find talent to hire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're basically just using it as a recruiting platform for software developers.
It reminds me of Swordfish for some reason with Hugh Jackman.
Again, I didn't see it.
Berry.
So I'm not a big movie person. Like, I will watch some stuff. Like last night I watched an episode of Sopranos with Missa. It's an hour long, cool, whatever. I don't find movies to be engaging enough. I would rather play a game where I'm doing something or be able to talk to someone and crack jokes about it, which is why going to the theater is just a horrible idea for me. I just don't shut the hell up.
Oh, I would not be able to go to the movies with you. I hate going to the movies because my immersion is always ruined when I go. Someone's on their cell phone or people are just being obnoxious. I can't.
I will say that it's normally some kind of a joke, and I don't, as we talked about with the Matrix and stuff like that over the previous episodes,
Yes.
you can't get mad when it's a good joke. Now, if there's like 3 people down in front throwing popcorn and starting fights, all right, cool, whatever. I understand why that would piss someone off. If a good friend of, say, like, I don't know, 26 years is there with you saying like, hey, I wonder how deep Mark goes, talking about Iron Lung, you know. Walmart has created custom lobbies in Fortnite. You can use a special code to get in there, and you complete coding challenges in Java, Android, and iOS.
They created these scenarios, having these people pretty much solve these things. That's their resume for this. That's nuts.
Now, is this a thing where they're putting in actual issues and they're just getting these random kids or random people to do the stuff for free with a chance? Like, are they just almost like getting Fortnite interns?
I see what you're saying, because there's some people who like will do interviews
Mm-hmm.
to solve a problem. So they'll get these ideas from all these people that they interview with no intention of hiring, just to solve these problems.
Yep.
So it could be
Also,
something like that.
there is a huge tax break for companies that say that they are hiring, even if they are not. So as long as they have a job listing up, they can receive these tax breaks. And it was a huge problem several years ago when, you know, unemployment was kind of high and all that other crap, where people were like, yeah, I'm looking for a job, go to these places, and 6 or 7, you know, interviews later, no one's called back because technically there is no job. And then every once in a while, they'll just pull the listing down and then put up another one under a different name with the exact same requirements and skill sets or whatever, and then ride that one out for several months and still be getting these tax breaks. Government sucks.
Well, Walmart USA kind of upsets me because they'll cut everybody's hours, but yet they'll have 6 people in training.
Big corporations like that just have a high turnover. It's one of those things that has happened a lot in corporate America where they just would rather hire somebody outside for a higher wage because of inflation and whatever else, instead of keeping the people that are there working for them that are already trained and just giving them more than what the inflation is. On average, you'll make, I think it's like 7-ish% over 3 years if you stay with a company. But if you transfer to another company, on average, you'll make 15% more.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's the same job, essentially. I just don't understand that whole thing. But kudos to Walmart in Mexico. This code thing in Fortnite is supposed to remain active until at least 2027.
Juan Carlos, Chief People Officer at Walmart Mexico, he believes that people's gaming skills are transferable to the workplace collaboration.
That was awesome.
I
but
agree with that.
the direct quote from him that I wanted to make sure was in here is, imagine, if you can coordinate a squadron in Fortnite, you can probably lead a development team at Walmart. This gaming environment allows us to identify talent based on real competencies.
That is a really cool quote to be able to read from a high up. They understand us gamers. They know that we are the problem solvers. We can get stuff done.
I think it was Elon Musk said that he would rather hire lazy people than smart people. A lazy person is going to find the easiest way to do something and the most efficient way to do something.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just like there was a comedian that said something like, if I'm walking somewhere and I need to find like a place to eat, I'm not going to ask the person that's like running, you know, a half marathon. I'm going to find the fattest dude out there that's walking the street because he knows not only the best food, but the easiest way to get there.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Other people that can help you on the street are firemen. Did you know that?
I did not.
You can now be a fireman in GTA.
Oh, okay. Do I have to wait until Grand Theft Auto 6 for this, or are we talking like the Grand Theft Auto Online right now?
GTA Online, new fireman odd job lets you respond to emergencies across Los Santos. If you want to rescue cats that are stuck in trees,
Yes.
if you want to put out fires,
No.
don't want to just want to play with the cats.
I just want to free the cats, man. I'm gonna make my own Grand Theft Auto Online cat cafe with all the rescued cats.
Oh my god, could you imagine if they all had little jetpacks too?
This is gonna be a dream come true. Look, if Overwatch and Lego, whatever reason you stopped making sets, please make Jetpack Cat. That's all I ask.
Have you seen those like capybara cafes?
No,
I believe they're
but I want to.
I believe
Yeah,
it's-
capybaras, the giant guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They need a lot of water though, so it'd be like almost like a water world situation or a Hurricane Harbor.
Yeah, there's a
Demons.
capybara cafe in Augustine, Florida.
Okay.
And I guess there's some over in Japan as well. You know what? I will go to Japan with you. I got to get some signatures on my magic card.
Just hoping I can bring in my little poster of Tifa and Britt will sign it for me.
I mean, are you going to bring it in with you for the
If
con
they'll
that we're
let
going
me,
to?
I want to bring it so she can sign it.
Why wouldn't
I don't
they
care
let
how
you?
much it costs me. I have no idea.
Oh,
I mean,
you've
they let
never-
people walk around.
Let's say you've never been to a con, have you?
No, this is literally going to be my first convention going to. I've been
Okay.
to E3 back in the day, but that's about it.
I wish. Oh, that is one I want to go to. Although I'm not as much of a fan of all of the new fighting games. Like Street Fighter 6 just does not look good to me. Neither
There's
did
Token that's coming out that looks kind of cool. There's the Invincible one that looks really fun.
Mhm. I don't know. I just call me a boomer, but I just miss the animated.
Maybe was it the League of Legends fighting game, the 2KO?
I don't know what that one is.
That one looks kind of fun. I think that might be up your alley.
It's a free-to-play multiplayer multi-platform and cross-progression, cross-inventory. But it
Oh,
doesn't actually
there's a
tell me what
fighting
the hell it is. Oh,
It's a-
2v2 team-based fighting game.
Yeah, that's the one.
That sounds weird as hell.
It's just like the first Marvel vs. Capcom. That looks
Okay.
fun.
So then, do you just have to wait to get tagged in? So you're just kind of sitting there? If it was an arcade, would it be the old, like, Ninja Turtle thing where you had the 4 joysticks?
All 4 players going. I have no idea.
And you
I
get
just
the
want
one,
to play it.
you get the one dude that's like 6 feet across, and
That's the one thing I don't. That Token game, the Marvel Token or whatever. I'm nervous about that one because you only get the 1 life bar.
okay.
And you get like 4 characters. It's a 4v4 tag game, and you have 1 life bar.
So if the one dude decides to just stay in and not tag, I don't know.
Rounds over.
So 4v4, so an 8-player fight. And what do the other 6 people do? They just like sit there?
Well, so think Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where you have your assists and everything.
Okay.
But from my understanding, you have to progress through the match to be able to fully use your roster. But you still yet only have 1 life bar.
That sounds overly complicated. I'd much rather do something with the new updates that add real-world flavor to the GTA Online.
Like rescuing cats from a tree.
Apparently, it's going to give players a fun new way to play beyond the usual missions.
Drive the fire truck. I have been watching that comedy show, Tacoma FD, so I get to live my Tacoma FD fantasies.
Is Tacoma FD kind of like Reno 911, but for a fire department?
It's not filmed like The Office. It is just like a sitcom,
Okay.
but it's so good. It's funny. Sadly, it's ended, but it's really good show. Highly recommended.
So, because I think Farva's in it, right? From Super Troopers?
Yeah,
is
Farva
that
in it. There's
is that the
another one in
vibe?
there too. It does give Super Trooper vibes a lot. Like the
Like
way they
Super-
say certain words is hilarious. I believe there's like a couple of funny flashbacks they do. The humor's there. It's not
Meow.
all Broken Lizard Cast, but it's fun.
Meow, listen here, Meow.
You know, Meow listens here. I wish. But they'll go around. They're pranking the captain of the station, and they're about to have like an inspection, and they hide like a dead fish somewhere, and the captain's going crazy trying to figure out where they put the dead fish and everything, and he can't figure it out. They also have a head measuring contest of some sort. They always do these weird contests for certain prizes. Like they rescued an alpaca, and the person who owns the alpaca farm gave them like coupons for alpaca fur products. And so they're all doing contests to see who gets the coupons. One of them is an ice challenge where they all have their arms in like an ice bucket, and whoever lets go first loses. So whoever last man standing gets the coupons. Stuff like that.
Cool. I
It's chill.
guess.
It's one of those things, like I can explain it. It's not funny until you watch it. Like you watch it, it's funny. If I explain it, it's stupid.
Remember, I don't
Unless you don't like the show, then it's stupid.
I don't like dumb humor. Remember, I don't like Will Ferrell.
It's not Will Ferrell humor. It's not dumb. Did you like how Super Troopers did their humor?
okay, it's kind of hard to say yes or no at this point because I was
Because there
what?
were hit and miss.
I was
We were in high school.
I was 14 when Super Troopers came
Yeah.
out, and seeing
We
a
were young.
dude on mushrooms in the back of a cop car, candy bar, like that's hilarious to a 14-year-old.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Right? You boys ever been to Mexico? Like I can quote most of this movie. Carve Ramrod forever.
See, it's funny because you've seen it.
Well,
Watch a couple episodes. So I haven't when I was watching it, I didn't see a single bad episode of Tacoma FD. So you can put on any episode and see if you like it.
okay.
The first one has an alpaca, and alpacas are always funny. The alpaca lips, Lamageddon, stuff like that.
Do you know something that's not funny?
I'm down. What's not funny? Bring it down.
Paying extra money because of a glitch between eBay and PSA.
How is it that we always end up somehow talking about trading cards, PSA, shadow bans?
Okay, the shadow bans you just keep bringing up.
I will never forgive YouTube for that.
Though YouTube, before going to the PSA thing, YouTube did restrict another one of our videos because we were talking trash about YouTube on the platform. As of
YouTube, you are the greatest platform ever to release content on, and I would never fathom posting anything else on anything else like Amazon Music, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
Snapchat.
We don't have a Snapchat. We will never have a Snapchat. I will make an OnlyFans before I make a Snapchat because it's the same freaking thing.
That's not true. No, it's not.
You don't think so?
OnlyFans starts with an O. Come on, dude.
So the major glitch.
So yeah, tell me more about this glitch. Like, okay, I'm so dumb when it comes to the PSA. I know a little bit about it, but I'm not too experienced with this, so I didn't even know you could do PSA stuff. I remember GameStop tried doing PSA stuff where they would take your Pokemon cards and ship them to PSA, but
I believe they still do it. And so what they were doing is there was this thing called the PSA Vault. So you could buy a card from PSA and hold it in their vault. So basically you don't have to pay taxes, you don't have to pay shipping. You just basically buy it and they're still holding it. And then if you want to, you can then resell it from the vault and you can have it transferred from vault to vault.
Okay. So you're buying the product, but you're not having it shipped to you. You're like, I bought it. I own it. Hold on to this. I'm going to sell it anyways. And then that seller would have to take all the taxes and shipping fees
if they decided they wanted it to come to them. And then they would do all that stuff. But apparently there was a glitch that happened where that option was just disabled. And people weren't finding out that the option was disabled until after buying the cards.
Oh, so the fees they were not expecting were hitting them.
Yes.
Shipping, taxes.
And there's a bunch of people saying that I would not have bought the card if I knew that this stuff was going on. It was going on like this. There were a bunch of posts on the PSA Twitter account where they're like, hey, is this still a thing? And they're like, oh yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. And they're like, well, the option's not there. So they had to figure out that this was a problem from their patrons on Twitter. They didn't even figure this out for themselves. And the problem is that this is literally causing hundreds and thousands of dollars in taxes to all of these people that are buying these things.
And it's an unexpected cost.
Yeah.
Because obviously these people are used to being able to do the vault feature, not have to pay any of this, sell it on their own terms. Ugh, that's not going to look good for you, PSA and or eBay.
They're basically just blaming each other for it. And as of right now, until it's fixed, the buy and vault feature is just broken.
Shadow banned.
No, banned. Like this is
banned in the shadows. It's banned, bro. Why? Well, so since we're in the conversation somehow yet again about cards, there's the Naruto Gold Rush, and believe it when I tell you, the Italian developer Sikaboom is launching the Naruto Mythos trading card game on March 13th, 2026. The big draw here is the legendary gold foil card. Not printed or inked, it is an actual 22 karat gold foil. They are going to be hard capping this thing at exactly 2,000 copies worldwide. Here's the kicker, though. It's only officially launching Europe, UK, and the Middle East, not in North America, not in Japan. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
I'm okay with it. First off, did the thing actually list Europe and the UK as two separate entities?
yeah,
When
that's why I'm kind of cracking up.
like,
Officially launching in Europe, the UK, and the Middle East. That's why I'm
so
kinda cracking up a
Europe and the
little
Middle
bit.
East.
So it's in Europe, Europe.
Yeah, it's in Europe and Europe.
Oh God. See, before my job, I wouldn't even that would have like run over my head because I always joke, I got a D in geography. But because of like my job, I just hate when people are like, I want to go to Europe.
Okay.
What part? We go in Venice, we go in Amsterdam. Where are we going? I want to go to Europe. What part?
Now, in their defense, going to Europe is basically going to the US.
All right. I'll give it that.
Because like okay, so I'm going to be doing a road trip across the country. Right? I'm going to pick up a car in California, visit you, and then I'm going to finish this trip. You know, now over here we're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go to California." But even if I say I'm going to California, you have to be really specific because from like the southern border to the northern border, it's like a 16-hour drive.
It is. Mrs. Battlevest lives very northern California, like almost on the border of Oregon.
Okay,
Like
we
they're
call that
neighbors.
South Oregon. I don't know if you've ever heard this
She-
whole thing, but basically Sacramento and San Francisco are in a line, right? Like just they're
Yeah.
pretty much from there to Modesto is NorCal, from Modesto to the southern border is SoCal. Anything north of Sacramento is just South Oregon.
I can believe that.
So Redding,
Because it doesn't feel like
Weed,
California.
Eureka,
So
it's
she's
all
from no, she's in the northern. Oh, sorry, she's in the southern border of Oregon.
There you
She
go.
literally drove I think it took her 18 hours to drive from where she is to where I am in Arizona.
That
And she did
seems too long.
She did the drive.
18
It was
hours?
amazing. I think the actual drive is 16 hours, but with nap it was 18 hours.
Okay. Because, yeah, from where we used to live in Simi Valley up to Klamath Falls was a 13-hour drive. Or you could take a sleeper train, like the Amtrak with like the little bed or whatever. And that's like a 26-hour train ride. It's actually
the whole drive.
no, it is a really cool thing. So you're on the coast for some of it. And I happened to be on the coast during a rainstorm. And one of the cars is this glass car that has glass windows all the way around it. So you're sitting in there looking out the window at the ocean, and it just happened to be raining. It was gorgeous. And then underneath it was actually a movie theater. So I went down there and watched Flubber. I think I was like 11 at the time.
My Disney crush is in that movie. Jodie Benson.
Oh, I was about to say Robin Williams.
Nah, he's also my crush, I guess, too. Love you, Robin. Come back to us.
But yeah, I'm totally okay with it not being in North America and Japan. With all of the scalpers that have been out here in the States especially, I don't think we've earned the right for another card release. Though, I think it's a shame that Japan is not a part of it.
That's what boggles me. That Japan's not part of this. Europe is part of it. Middle East gets it. And doesn't get it? Oh, whatever. They're only known for creating Naruto. Believe it.
Speaking of anime and cards, there's more card news. Why is there so much card news?
Why is it not only that, but it's card heist news? So yes, the Rutgers University, they had a high-stake burglary involving anime trading cards at the Jersey Mike's Arena, and it was hosted to a sold-out crowd because there was a promotion called the One Piece College Basketball US Voyage, and every fan received a voucher for a limited edition One Piece trading card. So sometime between Tuesday, Wednesday morning, somebody broke into a locked office at the arena, cleared out the stash of the cards. So nobody got one. There was no signs of force entry, so whoever did it, they knew exactly where these things were, potentially even had a key to access the room. So maybe an employee or something like that.
Oof.
There's no official amount released of like what was stolen, unlike the in-game currency from our last conversation at 700,000. There is another, not a heist, but there is another giveaway planned in the future. So I think this was like the second out of 3. Third one's going to be sometime in February. I believe February 7th, if I recall correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you were just telling us when the next heist was going to be, not the giveaway? You're like, and the next heist, just so you guys know, at Rutgers is going to be on February 7th.
It's going to be like when everyone planned to do the Naruto run at Area 51, where it was like planning that one.
So the Area 51 thing, there is a post that comes out every once in a while, and the longer this goes on, the funnier it is. It'll be a picture of Internet Explorer being like, so guys, when are we meeting at Area 51?
Oh, God. We have adaptive gaming and Astro Creation.
Well, the adaptive gaming thing, I think, is cool. I didn't know which one it was. So there are two things that are both kind of going under the umbrella of adaptive gaming. There's this one right here, which is all about this. Okay, so Orlando Health
did team up,
and Full Sail University have teamed up and turned video games into a tool for rehabilitation. Oh, and innovation. So basically their whole thing is that they want to make gaming more accessible to people that have disabilities, whether it is limbs, sight, hearing. They want to create special controllers to help with mobility and, again, make the gaming more just accessible to everyone else. They're going to be doing a scholarship.
Yeah, for the Full Sail students, they're getting scholarships for it to develop these tools. And the facility name, I like it. It's called The Fortress. I remember there was like some kid, one of the people, they injured their backs, so they had like minimum use of fingers. So they were able to make like a controller to be able to do main things that he was able to do with the remaining fingers that kind of work. Or so, since he didn't have much mobility in his fingers, they were able to make it where it kind of just reminds me of the people who beat games with like a Guitar Hero controller. The future of this is going to be amazing.
I beat Third Strike on a DDR pad.
I believe that.
So the hardest thing about that is that you only have the up, down, left, right arrows, and then you have one punch, one kick, and that's it.
That's going to be tough.
And
that would be tough.
It was like, imagine trying to do a dragon punch on a DDR pad.
So it'd be like that jump and then slide up to the.
So it would be, it was step. And then you'd have to lift off step, press down, and then with your left foot go up and hit the punch button. And same thing with like a hurricane kick. You'd have to hit down, back, lift off of down, and then go to kick with that. Same thing with Dragon Ball the other way. So you're like doing these quarter spins and half spins in order to do moves.
I feel like you're going to get injured trying to do that. Or if you were to do like a super that requires the down forward.
I wasn't able to do that. We did try the 720. It didn't work.
The Hugos? Oh, God.
Hugo and Alex did not work. You can't do any EX moves because you can't hit two.
You don't have three legs. I mean, majority of us do not have 3 legs.
Oh, it's not just that. You only have 2 buttons, so you don't have that. Cannot do Raging Demon, which was
because you have the one punch, one kick.
Yes. And Demon is, that's it. So what is it? Punch, forward.
Low punch, forward, medium. High punch or something like that.
So yeah, it's punch, forward, kick, punch.
Medium kick to high.
Nope.
Fierce.
Nope. Yeah, it is fierce.
Punch, medium kick.
Yeah, so it's jab, forward, short, which is the light kick, fierce punch. Yeah. I have to like sit here on my desk tapping it out.
To do it correctly, it's like LP 6 because they use the number pad for the directions.
God. It's horrible.
So 236 low P for fireball. I could never get into that one, the way they coded that stuff.
So did you know that you can actually combo into Raging Demon?
I could in Marvel too.
Well, yes, but that one was I think we talked about that already, where if you did not deliver the final hit, it did 0 damage because that's the only thing that did a hit.
But no, hyper team focus, whatever.
But you could roundhouse into Demon as long as they were at the right distance, because you didn't want the overhead axe kick, but you had to have the right thing. So it would go roundhouse, jab, forward, short, fierce, and that was going back to adaptive gaming. Yeah, I'm a when it comes to that stuff, it's Okay, I've never shown this before. My turn for show and tell. 1 second.
Yay! Willow here is trying to be in show and tell right now. I like that. I like that a lot. I have the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom arcade stick for the Wii. Oh, you can't even hear me because your headphones aren't on. I have the Tatsunoko vs. Capcom arcade stick for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the PlayStation 4, I have the Razer's Dragon Ball Z for Dragon Ball Fighters arcade stick.
So that is the Street Fighter 15th anniversary.
It's beautiful. I love that artwork on that.
God, I love that thing. Still no delivery date or time on my cabinet, which is eventually you guys will see it, because with how the new camera angle is, it'll be directly behind me. Like, it'll be right here in this spot. Going back to adaptive gaming, there was another story about adaptive gaming where they're going to use AI to learn the move sets of the players and then make bosses more difficult based on how they're countering whatever the things are. So there could come a time where bosses are actually unbeatable without cheesing them, purely because they'll have learned. So they might start up a super or start up some kind of attack. They know that that's the starting animation. They may switch it to another attack after. Like, they might, like dodge cancel.
Juke you.
Yes.
Jeez.
All right. So going back to the kids that were, getting these scholarships and everything for making the controllers. And like, these are going to be some of the best and brightest going into, the controller industry and the gaming industry. It's kind of the people that Walmart's looking for. These are also the people that Intrepid Studio is currently laying off or firing.
Oh.
Have you heard of Ashes of Creation?
Not until today.
Ashes of Creation got a huge, huge following because of Pirate Software, or Thor, whatever you know him as. And all of that controversy during the Stop Killing Games initiative and his roaching and whatever. So he was a huge, huge backer of Ashes of Creation and got a lot of other people to kind of join in with this whole thing. There's been a huge issue, though. Within a span of a single week, the studio has gone from active development to not being able to meet its own payroll.
Oh.
So the studio's co-founder, creative director, doesn't want his name attached to this anymore because of what they're doing. His name is Steven Sheriff, and he announced his immediate resignation in protest. He's claimed that the company has shifted away from listening to him to a board of directors and began pushing actions he described as unethical. Like, that is a quote from him.
Okay.
Most of the senior leadership left with him. After all of this happened, most of the 250 workers were laid off.
Oh.
To make things even worse than all of this, I mean, it just keeps getting worse, actually. The workers haven't been paid in several weeks and didn't even receive their last paycheck. I don't know how that's legal.
Is it not in, like, America?
Dude, I have no idea. As of Monday, Intrepid Studios has effectively closed its doors, which leaves the actual game itself in limbo. If that's where the story ended, it's a sad story. It's, it sucks. But again, it keeps getting worse. Ashes of Creation was a massive Kickstarter with millions in backing. With most Kickstarters, they make this promise, and it's this huge legal thing now, that if it never launches, they're supposed to refund their backers.
Right.
How do you refund backers if the company doesn't exist and there is no money?
Did they release this game at all? Like an alpha or anything?
It's early access. So it would be the same thing like Star Citizen, which is never going to launch. But with all of their backers and everything else, if they just kind of like shut doors, the product has not been released the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to just go out there and say it. Thor, you screwed over your people again.
Wow. I don't blame this guy for not wanting his name attached to this.
Right?
He ain't wrong. Unethical, there doesn't need to be no air quotes for that. Is there a stronger word than unethical, though?
Well, here's the thing.
People's living.
here's the
So
thing. We don't know what the unethical direction was from the board. We know
probably not paying their employees.
we know
Is
all
what
of
it
the
was.
other stuff is unethical, like firing them and not paying them. I don't know what the again, the quote is the company shifted away from him as the co-founder and creative director to a board of directors. So they're worried about money and they're just not going to be paying anybody.
What was it? There was something in that. Brain's thinking.
Hamsters moving.
Yeah, they're trying to officially launch. There are millions backing. Okay. What with today's way of things where people can social media report everything,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how this company thinks they would even get away with something like that. All it would take was a few people to be like, we just got fired for no reason. We haven't been paid in weeks and we're not going to get paid.
So there was leaked documentation from HR, apparently. That's how we know they haven't been paid for weeks. Because there's, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of an NDA for these people that they can't really talk about what's going on or fine, whatever. But as we've talked about, this is a lot of money that these people don't have anymore. I will say, though, for people that don't have a whole lot of money, PlayStation Plus has got you. And so does Mr. Battlevest.
So our free monthly February games, we're getting Undisputed. I think it's kind of similar to the Fight Night games. I've never played it. For my Platinum Trophy Hunters, we're looking at a 4 out of 10 difficulty, 1 playthrough required. It's going to estimate time required 40 hours. It is reported that there's about 4 trophies that can be buggy, and it does have 1 missable trophy. 5 of them are online trophies. The next game we're going to... Yeah, I know. Some of those online trophies are not fun.
I don't like online trophies. It's like, just let me play my game and that's it. When all of a sudden I have to deal with other people. Like there's a bunch of games that have a, what was it? I think it's a Marvel Rivals where it's like, make 20 friends. And I'm like, I have 3.
No!
So that I will,
that's how it's gonna be.
I'm never 100%ing that game.
There was a trophy on Army of 2, the second one, and the trophy required you to upload a custom mask on their website that is no longer active. So if you did not do it back in the day, you're never gonna get that trophy. I
Gary,
hate online trophies.
Gary's mod has the one trophy where you have to play a game with Gary.
Wasn't there someone so he would like pop in once in a while, if I recall, but there was like some glitch that happened and people were just getting it automatically.
So there was a random glitch where allowed Gary to get that achievement.
That's what it was. Gary got the achievement.
And the thing is, he was never supposed to, because you can't, I guess you can play with yourself if you're IGN. Continue.
Got a ban. Our second game, Subnautica Below Zero. We're looking at a 2 out of 10 difficulty, 1 playthrough required, about 10 hours of your time. But be careful, there are 7 missable trophies.
Now, is Subnautica Below Zero, that is the sequel to the hit Subnautica, right? Or is it a DLC?
Either like DLC, but like they released it on its own.
Okay.
I've never played the first Subnautica. I actually do have agoraphobia. I don't like going underwater.
Is
it agoraphobia? No, agoraphobia is home.
Agoraphobia is fear of leaving your house.
What's the water one where I don't like going into the ocean? I don't like swimming. Like, I don't like going underwater.
Fear of water.
Fear of drowning, really.
Aquaphobia is an intense, irrational, and persistent fear of water that often causes panic, avoidance behavior, and severe anxiety. Well, it's not water. It's deep water, right?
Deep water, correct. I have aquaphobia, so I am deathly afraid of deep water. I don't like going to the ocean.
Thalassophobia.
What's that one?
The fear of deep water is called thalassophobia, an intense and often overwhelming anxiety about large, deep bodies of water like oceans, seas, and deep lakes, stemming from fear of the unknown depths, unseen creature, or vast emptiness, rather than just water itself. Symptoms include panic, sweating, short of breath, triggered by images or thoughts, and can be managed with therapies like CBT or exposure therapy, though not a DSM-recognized disorder.
I just am afraid of drowning. I just don't like my head underwater. So I don't want to drown.
But you're good with like swimming pools, right?
Yeah, because they're not
Yeah.
that deep. They made them so they're only like 5 feet deep. Like as long as my feet can touch the bottom, I can jump back up. I'm good. I just don't like the ocean, and I would rather dig a hole on the beach and get sunburned.
Would you do a snorkeling thing where it's clear water and you're able to like see a reef or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just the Pacific Ocean you don't like because it's all murky and crap and you can't see anything.
Have you seen the San Diego Ocean, especially in the Street Fighter 2 stage? It's all green, and that's real.
You're not wrong. I don't know if you knew this. Total tangent on this, but the smell of the ocean that you and I associate with the ocean is actually the smell of dead kelp.
Oh God, I don't like that at all.
So when you would drive up PCH, right, like
I can
Malibu,
smell the
Venice,
ocean.
so that is because of the kelp forests that are directly off the coast. It's rotting kelp. That's what we know as the smell of the ocean. If you go to other parts, like if you were to go with Mrs. Battlevest out to the ocean directly like west of her, you wouldn't smell it.
Interesting. We went to this beach. It was like 4 hours away. It was like Marble Beach or Crystal, where it was like so much glass was like in the ocean. It plastered it onto the sand itself. So you just got all these really smooth pieces of glass all over the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the beach, it was called Glass Beach in Fort Bragg.
North Carolina?
It's in California.
There's a Fort Bragg in California?
Yeah, it's called Glass Beach in Fort Bragg, California.
There is a base in North Carolina. It's like one of the most populated bases, army bases in the nation. It's called Fort Bragg, which is why there's that. But apparently that's an entire city name, so whatever. Anyway.
Did they brag about it?
No, it is actually the base with the highest adultery rate, the highest spousal abuse rate, the highest assault rate. It is an absolute show of a military base. So it's the home of the 82nd Airborne. Yeah, it's not a good base.
Doesn't sound like it. There's nothing to brag about.
Nothing to brag about. Continue.
Ultros. Not too much information on this game. I actually couldn't even find a trophy guide for it, but generally rated at 7 out of 10. About 30 hours to complete. And again, I couldn't find any of the missable trophy information on that one. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. Interesting enough, this one has been rated a 7 out of 10 as well. It's going to require about 4 playthroughs, 50 hours of your time, 12 online / multiplayer trophies to earn.
Now, is the multiplayer trophies in that? I don't know if you know this or not. Is that you just have to work with a friend on a co-op mission?
That I don't know without going too deep into it. I'd have to research it more. But it did state there's 11 multiplayer ones and then 1 online trophy. So I'm not sure what they entitled. I just always myself, if I see online trophies, I kind of get a little discouraged. 7 out of 10 is going to discourage it a bit too. I was never good at any of the Ace Combat games.
What is a 10 out of 10 game? Because like the Street Fighter one that we looked at earlier for Third Strike is considered a 9 out of 10. That's something that you have to recreate Evo Moment 37 fully. So you have to parry the entire Chun-Li ult and then jump, parry, low, hit. That's not fierce uppercut. That is strong uppercut into super.
So I actually do have a list of the top 10 difficulty platinum games.
Okay.
I've never heard of this one, but Crypt of the Necro Dancer. It requires completing a no damage run with every character, which demands extreme long-term commitment.
Okay.
Jump King requires completing difficult, punishing, and precise platforming, including no fall runs.
I hate platformers.
Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. The Mean Libin trophy requires beating the game on the hardest difficulty without saving. Super Meat Boy demands completing every world without dying. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteousness demands playing on unfair difficulty. Devil May Cry 5 requires S ranking every mission on all difficulties. Diablo 2 Resurrected features a brutal long grind with extreme challenges. Mortal Kombat 10, known for extremely hard online trophies.
Diablo 2, really?
Yeah, that's what they're stating.
I don't know. That just doesn't... 500
I'm showing that to platinum this game, 999 hours to platinum this game.
On gamefacts.gamespot.com, it says 500 plus hours.
21 playthroughs.
Yeah, because you would need to do achievements on each character. Remember, I 100% Diablo 3.
Yeah. I have the platinum on Diablo 3. I don't have 100% on Diablo 3.
Oh yeah, the platinum was so much easier than the 100%ing. God, that was nuts. But anyway,
It was.
I got nothing else. Do you?
That was it. We did our PlayStation gaming. That was the final one. You were giving me the final moments to talk about that, so I appreciate you.
You know what? I do want to bring up one more. I don't think they're worth bringing up because here's the: if it was something good, like I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy, I got that free on Epic.
I do like Hogwarts Legacy. I never finished the game, but that one's a fun one. I like the mechanics on the I just love the magic fighting in that game. It's so fun.
It is.
I don't like the collectible hunt, but
I mean, I'm gonna just do a guide at some point. Like I'll go through the whole game, I'll do everything, and then I'll just use a guide to get all the collectibles. I'm doing as much as I can right now, although the game, for it being out for as long as it has been, is so freaking buggy.
yeah.
So there's like a platformer thing in it where you have to move these large things using Accio, and you bring them to you, but if they hit like a weird collision box, they just disappear. And even if you reload, the save spot is after it's disappeared, so it's just gone, and you have to restart the entire thing. I was doing the first trial, and it just disappeared. Another one, I apparently opened my menu at the wrong time. I was having one of the little butterflies follow me around with the wand using Lumos, and then the butterfly just disappeared. The only way to get it back is to go back to a previous save, which I tried doing that, and it didn't go back far enough, I guess. So you have to leave the area for a while, and then it'll respawn. So you can... I feel that games like that should have had updates, and they should already be fixed by now. I don't know why it's not updating. Like I said, I feel like that's just... Because you know that Hogwarts Legacy is one of like the most purchased games ever, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, there was a list that recently came out, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff for Hogwarts Legacy because I've been playing it a lot, right? Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game of 2023 worldwide, breaking industry records by selling 22 million units in its release year and surpassing 40 million copies by 2025.
That is a lot of copies sold.
As a major Warner Brother game hit, it was the first non-Call of Duty or Rockstar game to top the annual sales chart in over a decade. It sold 12 million units in the first 2 weeks. Industry impact, it's ranked among the top 20 best-selling video games of all time.
It is there.
So, yeah, there was that. There was something else that I saw, but I don't know where the hell it's at now. I don't know what list it was on.
I don't know, I see Stardew Valley at 50 million. That's awesome.
Dude, I love it. They're getting another update, by the way.
I'm all about that.
They're going to give
number one.
They're going to give you
Number
2
one is
more. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. Children yearn for the mines. Like, we've pulled them out of the coal mines, and ever since they've been trying to get back in. I mean, if you think about it, man, like, when we were younger, all we wanted to do was, like, dig and go into caves and everything else. Like, I just feel that it's natural for us to yearn for the mines.
It's true.
Yeah, so Stardew Valley, you'll get 2 more eligible people to marry and to court.
Okay.
That's cool. Don't know who it is yet, but I think that's going to be 1.17 is the update.
Oh, I'm down.
Guys, that is our episode for the week. Thanks for joining us for all of the chaos news and inside jokes that we get, but you probably don't.
It's all good.
But if you want to understand the inside jokes, you can go over to YouTube, Spotify, and catch the full video. Well, edited video, I guess, because
It'll be edited.
You don't want to hear all of this. But you can catch it if you want to just hear the audio on Apple, iHeart, and Amazon Music. And make sure to follow us on our socials on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. Not Snapchat.
I said X.
Oh, okay. Yes, and X. Got anything else to add, Mr. Battlevest?
Y'all have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you're from. Have a day.
A day.
Have a day.